Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're back in Grand Theft Auto Online and we're going to be going over what to buy and what to avoid in GTA Online. And apologies in advance, this video is not in 1440p because my brand new monitor decided that the power cord wasn't good enough. So it's stuck in a boot loop, so I've got a new one on the way. So this video is 1080p. Apologies for that. Before we get into the video, consider dropping a like and subscribing if you're new. I do these videos every single week. And without further ado, we're going to start off with the vehicle sitting here behind me, which is the Bravado Gauntlet Hellfire. Now the Hellfire has had drift tuning added as an available upgrade in the LS car meet, which I think is really cool to see. So that's why it's sitting here behind me. Now we have quite a bit of stuff going on this week in online, mostly to do with drift tuning and stuff like that, but we have got some cool stuff nonetheless. If you complete a drift race this week, you will receive a special livery for the Rune Chebarek Drift, and if you complete a drift race in the Dinka Jester RR, you will receive a Drift Gorilla Green limited time livery for that vehicle, which is cool. The weekly challenge this week is going to be to win 3 LS car meet races, and for doing so you will receive $100,000. We also have double money, double RP, and double LS car meet rep on LS car meet series races, which is pretty cool. And we also have double rep on all things that can get you car meet rep. So that's cool, I guess, as well. Drop Zone has been added back into Grand Theft Auto Online. It's a really fun adversary mode, and it's also on double money and double RP. Now, sadly, that is it for anything to do with bonus money. There's literally nothing else, so that kind of sucks. We do have an absolute ton of discounts though this week, so we're gonna go ahead and start talking about those. To get things started, LS Car Meet memberships are 50% off, so I think they're gonna be 25,000 this week because I think they're normally 50,000, so insane savings there. We have a free vehicle available this week in the classy Drift Walton L35, so that's free, so everybody should be getting that this week. Make sure you log in and get this for free, you might as well. Moving on, we also have the Vapid Dominator FX 50% off this week. It's one of the vehicles that has had drift tuning added to it, which is pretty cool to see. The Drift Yosemite is also 50% off as well this week, which is pretty cool to see as well. It's a decent vehicle. If you want it, it's good. It's not the best drift tunable vehicle by any means. It's got a decent amount of customization though, but overall it's not my favorite vehicle. I do think for either of these prices, if you are interested in it, it is worth it, but for most people, unless you're explicitly just interested in this truck, I would say you can probably safely avoid it. The Dinka Chavos V6 is also 50% off this week as well, and it is also drift tunable now, which is cool, I guess. If you want a Chavos V6, this is probably the cheapest we will ever get it, so consider your options there. Now, as far as regular discounts go, we have the Karen Sultan RS Classic, we have the Vapid Dominator ASP, we have the Karen Futo GTX, all discounted on Southern San Andreas Super Autos. Now, these are only 30% off, which the discount could be better. A lot of these vehicles have been on sale for 40% off somewhat recently, some of them not for a while, but they do go down to 40% off, so you may want to consider waiting for that additional 10% if it matters to you. Overall though, the Karen Sultan RS Classic is arguably the best tuners subcategory vehicle for the tuners class races in GTA Online. It's got a lot of customization, it's all-wheel drive, it's a fun car to drive, it looks great. Overall, I would recommend getting it if you're willing to pay 30% off, but you could potentially wait and maybe get it 40% off at some point in the near future. So consider that before purchasing it, but it is a good car. The Vapid Dominator ASP is one of the fastest muscle cars in the entire game, non-HSW. It has a ton of customization. It's a really fun car to drive. For a muscle car, it has great handling. For $931,000, if you have the trade price unlocked, I think it's a relatively fair price. If you don't have the trade price unlocked, I would say probably don't bother with it. I think it's a little bit too expensive for most people. Even at this price, I would say unless you're explicitly interested in Mustangs, you should probably still just avoid picking it up. Don't go out of your way to buy it. The Karen Futo GTX also has a lot of customization, being a Tuners DLC vehicle, and I would say it is one of the best drift tunable cars in the entire game, largely due to its small size, meaning that you can drift without hitting things as easily as you can, like compared to some of the other vehicles like the Declassy Drift Yosemite, for example, that's also discounted this week. It's a decently fun car to drive with drift tuning. If you don't put drift tuning on it, honestly, I don't think there's any point in having it really. It's like cool to customize, but beyond that, it's not exactly exhilarating or overly fun to drive. So I'd say unless you want a really good drift car, you can pretty much avoid the Karen Futo GTX. However, the Anis Remus is also on sale, and it is a really fantastic car to customize, like the rest of them as well, but it is a little bit cheaper, only $719,000 if you have the trade price. Probably going to be right at about $1 million if you do not have the trade price for it. The customization for this thing is insane. It's one of the better Tuners DLC cars in terms of customization and overall looks, in my opinion at least. Again though, unless you're in the market for a JDM car with some good customization, you could probably avoid the Anis Remus as well, to be honest. We also have the Karen Vivinite discounted this week by 30% off. This is technically one of the faster SUVs in the game in terms of SUV class racing. I personally really don't like the Karen Vivinite, and I can't really see many reasons to change that. It is decently fast, and it does have HSW available for it as well, which is kind of interesting. Customization wise, it's not the greatest car ever, as you'd imagine. A Toyota Sienna based vehicle, you know, isn't that customizable. Who would have thought? I think for 1.1 it's kind of a lot of money, but at the same time, if you want like arguably one of the better SUV vehicles to race with HSW, it might be worth it to you. But I'd say for most people, again, with this one, you can pretty safely avoid purchasing it unless you explicitly want a Karen Vivinite. The Rune Cheburek is also discounted by 30% off this week, going for $101,500. And this is one of the cheapest drift tunable cars in the game. I think it is actually the cheapest drift tunable car in the game, other than the regular Futo. So it is a really good drift car though. I really like the Rune Cheburek personally, so I would recommend getting this thing for 101 grand. Like, you can't go wrong. Save yourself like $40,000. Like, why not, I guess. It's a fun car, it's a cool car, it's got some good customization. Overall, I like it. Moving over to Legendary Motorsport, we have the Grotti LS Car Meet Cheetah Classic on sale this week for 30% off. Now, I must say, I've been super critical of this car, and I know a lot of people really like it anyways, but if you are one of the people that are critical of this car or think that the value is just not there, considering it has no customization other than taking the livery off. If you do want an LS Car Meet Cheetah Classic, now is by far the time to buy it. Like, by far the best, probably the best we'll ever get to buy this thing on discount. So if you do want one of these, now is going to be the best time to buy it. It does have the missile lock-on jammer available for it. It does have a unique body kit, but it does say with limited customization. What it should say is basically nothing. There's essentially nothing. You can change the wheels and the color. So really awesome stuff there. But if you do want it, now is certainly the time to buy it rather than paying the regular price, which is crazy. We also have the Ubermacht Cypher discounted and the Pfister Growler. The Ubermacht Cypher is one of the better drivers cars in GTA Online, in my opinion, and I think for people that enjoy driving in GTA, or if you want a drift tunable car, this thing is an excellent choice to make. Customization wise, it's absolutely awesome. It sounds pretty good. It looks amazing. It drives really well, whether it has drift tuning or not. It is an awesome car. If you can get it for the trade price for $813,000, I think it's pretty worth it for most people if you're remotely interested in driving or drifting. If you don't have the trade price for this thing, it's probably going to be around 1.1 mil, and for that price, it's a little bit less worth it. I would say you could potentially wait for it to go 40% off, but who knows when that's going to be, so you may want to consider purchasing it now. This is definitely on the higher end of cars that I would recommend in today's what to buy and what to avoid. The Pfister Growler is an interesting car. It's really not that redeeming of a car to drive, and it doesn't have any drift tuning or anything like that. It does have some really nice customization. It is based off of a Porsche Cayman, which is cool. I would say if you want one, definitely buy it while it's on discount. But if you don't want one and you're not, overly interested in it, I'd say you can avoid it. Something to note is that it does not drive how you'd expect like a Porsche Cayman to in real life. It just doesn't handle that well. It's got an oversteer issue, it's got understeer issues, it's just got issues, I would say overall. Customization wise, it's great. It looks great in a garage, but driving it is kind of a slightly more miserable experience than you would hope for. We also have the Dinka Jester RR and the Anis ZR350 discounted this week as well. The Jester RR and the ZR350 both have drift tuning available for them, so if you want a drift tunable RX-7 or new Mark V Supra, you can do that as well. This thing is over $1 million even with the trade price unlocked. I personally just don't see the value of the Jester RR that well. I don't think it's necessarily that awesome of a car. It does have nice customization. It is a tuner's DLC car, so it's got that going for it. I would say unless you explicitly want a Mark V Supra, you can probably avoid purchasing this thing. But if you do want one, now is going to be a good time to buy one, so I'd recommend it for those of you that are interested in the car to begin with. The NS0350 is a really cool car. It's based off the RX-7, which I think is much cooler than the Mark V Supra, but it is a little on the expensive side for what you're getting. Even with the 30% off, $850 is kind of a lot still, but if you want an RX-7 now, again, is going to be a good time to purchase one. If you don't care about the RX-7, if you don't care about JDM cars and stuff like that, you can probably avoid purchasing this thing, but it is one of the better drift cars in the game, and it's really good looking. The customization's awesome. So for those reasons, I do recommend it, but most people can probably safely avoid buying the ZR350 this week. And last but not least, for the vehicle discounts, we have the Grotti Stinger GT for $612,500. This car is really cool, and I like it a lot. It's also had the missile lock-on jammer added as an available upgrade to it. But unfortunately, it has absolutely nothing in terms of customization. In the sports classic category, it is not a good vehicle by any stretch of the imagination. So really, the only reason to purchase this thing is to drive it in free mode and just kind of enjoy the car. And if you want to purchase it, now is going to be the time to do it. I don't think this thing is going to go on sale before GTA 6 comes out, to be completely honest. So if you want to try out a Stinger GT, now is definitely the time to do it. I don't recommend this for everybody. I think a lot of people would be disappointed by purchasing this thing, but I have had a Stinger GT before a few times. I think I currently have one as well. It is a kind of cool car to drive around. It's something you won't see often at all, and it is really cool looking. It sounds great too. Overall, it's kind of a toss-up for me. I can't recommend it to everybody for sure, because I know a lot of people would be disappointed with it, especially since it has literally no customization at all. But I think if you did want to try it out, now is going to be the time to do it. So if you're interested in it, definitely purchase it right now. But if you're not interested in it, you can avoid it. On the foreclosures website, we have Higgins Heli Tours discounted this week by 30% off. Higgins Heli Tours enables you to do money laundering missions, Mr. Faber work, and it will also increase the value of your air freight cargo by 10% just by owning the business. So if that sounds worth it to you, you should purchase it. It's relatively cheap as well. It's like about $1 million, which is not bad. And with the 30% discount, it's going to be around $700,000. So really not a bad price. I would recommend this for pretty much everybody, especially if you're even remotely interested in doing hangar cargo in the future. I think it's going to be a worthy purchase for most people. Within the casino, we have the weaponized Tampa available to be won. This is an absolute steal. If you can win this thing, you're winning in life for sure. Definitely come to the casino and try to win this thing. Within the LS car meet, we have the Karen Calico GTF available to be won, and in order to win it, you are going to have to place top 4 for 2 days in a row, which is a relatively easy challenge. This car is really good. I would recommend trying to win it. Within the car meet, we have 3 vehicles available to be purchased. We have the Grotti Cheetah on the left for $650,000. This is one of my favorite OG cars in the game. I do really like it. Unfortunately, performance-wise, it's not going to be anything special. Customization-wise, it has a little bit of stuff that you can do to it, which is kind of neat, but nothing to write home about, that's for sure. I think if you got the money for it and you want to give it a shot, buy it. If you don't really care, just avoid it. We have the Lampadati Pagala here as well for $400,000. This car is really cool, actually. I think it's one of the kind of coolest, like, odd cars in GTA Online. It does have a little bit in the way of customization, not much, but I think it's a cool car. For $400K, it seems like kind of a lot for what you're getting. But if you're willing to take a chance, it might be worth it for you. I'd say for most people, though, you can probably avoid it. And, of course, the Western Rat Bike for $48,000. It's 48 grand. If you want it, buy it. If you don't, don't. And the HSW test ride within the LS car meet this week is the Shih Tzu Hakuchu Drag, and it is going for, let's see, $2,700,000. Kind of a lot of money, but it is literally one of the best vehicles in the entire game. So if you want to pay full price for it, go for it. All right, Simeon's is basically just a drift tunable car fest, I guess. You can get the new Walton L35 Drift here if you want to, and it's only going to cost you the cost of delivery, which is cool. $63,650, not bad. So if you want to purchase it here, you can definitely do that. We also have the Bravado Gauntlet Hellfire here, of course, as well, for $774,000. You can also just purchase any of these on the website. We do, of course, have the Vapor Dominator FX, 50% off right here in Simeon's as well if you do want it. The Annis Hardy is here as well, which has also had drift tuning added to it, going for $1,401,000 here. And of course the Chavos V6, again 50% off at Simeon's as well, $735,000. So if you want any of the drift tunable cars that are 50% off, you can buy them here or on the websites. And yeah, there you go. Within the salvage yard, these are the robberies for the week. We have the Overflawed Entity MT, which is the highest end vehicle of the week. And in order to get this, you're going to have to complete the Gangbanger robbery. The Vapor Dominator GTT is available by completing the Podium robbery, and the Weenie Issy Rally is available by completing the McTony robbery. But of course, none of them are claimable. The priority file this week is the Brute Force file within the Garment Factory. At Luxury Autos, we have the Inventero Coquette D1 and the Balkan Envisage. Neither of them are discounted, both of them are available on the websites. Great use of a dealership, let's go. Alright guys, the gun van location today, the day the video is going out, is here at the Boneyard in Sandy Shores. And within the gun van this week, we have a 30% discount on the Atomizer. I know a lot of people are missing the Atomizer, so make sure you guys are purchasing the Atomizer this week. Probably one of the best things that's going on this week, in all honesty. We also have the Precision Rifle, the Compact EMP Launcher, the Compact Grenade Launcher, the Combat PDW, and of course the Pipe Wrench. For throwables, we have Molotovs, proxies, and grenades, and body armor is available for 10% off. For your time trials, your RC Bandito 1 today is Construction Site 1, your Junk Energy time trial is Sewer System, your regular time trial is Calafia Way, and your HSW time trial is Sandy Shores to La Puerta. It starts right here and it ends just past the scrapyard right here. Anyway guys, there you have it. That has been it for what to buy and what to avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, a like is of course appreciated. If not, dislike, and consider subscribing to my channel if you guys are new and you like this style of content. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care. Peace.